He's one of our plan to see him fight in 25.
The goal obviously is a Canelo fight for him, right?
We hope he wants this fight.
Supporters of both Canelo and Crawford have been eager to watch them face each other, and the talk about a possible fight between them continues to grow without slowing down.
Strategy is me leaving with my hand, rolls, and everybody mouth dropping. That's how I can,
After many months of doubt, the possibility of these two champions fighting each other now seems to have gained new hope. The road has been filled with highs and lows, but there now appears to be a small sign that things could finally move forward.
As long as Crawford stays away and just boxes and be smart, he can win that fight. I think Crawford's a better fighter than Charlo, and he's a smart fighter as well. He switches and everything, so...
Last month, Canelo, the undisputed super middleweight champion, continued to prove his dominance. Edgar Berlanga gave him a solid challenge as he defended his titles and showed once again why he is considered one of the top fighters in the sport today. Fans normally expect to see Canelo fight on Cinco de Mayo, but his next opponent has still not been revealed, and this uncertainty has created more rumors, with Terence Crawford once again becoming the main name being discussed.
Boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do well.
Crawford has also had an incredible journey. The former welterweight champion shocked boxing fans by moving up to super welterweight and facing the dangerous Israel Madrimov. Not only did Crawford win the fight, but he also captured a world title in a fourth weight division, adding even more success to his career. Fans have long wanted to see Crawford move up again to challenge Canelo, and the boxer himself has said he is fully prepared for that opportunity. But the big question is whether the fight can actually become reality.
Terence Crawford was Turki Alalshikh at the other event across town. Put out an open challenge to you on the internet with Turki Alalshikh calling you out. What's your response to Terence Crawford's call out tonight?
Earlier this year, Saudi boxing chief Turki Alalshikh showed strong interest in arranging the fight, and with his influence and resources, many believed he could make the dream matchup happen. But negotiations became difficult, and when Canelo decided not to speak about the fight before his battle with Berlanga, it caused Alalshikh to step away. And for some time, the matchup looked like it was no longer close to becoming real.
If the money is right, I mean...
$100 million? I heard Turkey offered you a big money already.
150.
150?
Now Turki Alalshikh has made an unexpected move by placing the decision in Canelo's hands. While speaking with DAZN, he said he is willing to begin negotiations again, but only if the talks happen directly between him and Canelo. He explained that he no longer has contact with anyone from Canelo's team, but if Canelo is listening, he is ready to speak face-to-face without any middlemen involved. This approach could change everything, because Alalshikh is known for making major fights happen, and his decision to avoid intermediaries proves how serious he is about turning this matchup into reality. The big question now is whether Canelo will respond to the offer.
I'm an all-around athlete. There ain't nothing I can't do.
So what you doing there? Enjoy yourself since winning the belts.
Fans are excited about what could happen next, but Canelo has also continued to face criticism. David Benavidez, another fighter often linked with a Mexican star, recently claimed that Canelo rejected a huge $70 million offer to fight an unbeaten former world champion. Whether the story is true or not, it has increased the pressure on Canelo to deliver a massive fight in 2024 and a showdown with Crawford could be the perfect response for Crawford. This matchup is not only a chance to build his legacy even more, but also an opportunity to prove wrong those who question his ability to compete at 168 pounds. Even with a big weight difference, Crawford has always accepted difficult challenges, and his strong victory over Madrimov earlier this year showed he is prepared to test his limits, and fighting Canelo would be another major step in that journey.
And remember, Canelo is a guy who presses a lot. That's one thing Canelo does. Canelo's not very active, but he gets in your face, and he mentally presses you a lot by cutting off the ring, getting in your face. So I start to wonder if going up to super middleweight is going to be a bridge too far for Crawford. But hey, man, he got the win, and I guess that's going to be the talking point for him.
Pressure is huge for both fighters, because a win for Canelo would strengthen his place as one of the greatest boxers of this generation, while a victory for Crawford would raise his legacy to another level. Fans are already thinking about the excitement this fight could create, since both fighters are famous for their talent, smart tactics, and strong mindset. The involvement of Turki Alalshikh also makes things even more interesting, because after helping organize Crawford's recent fight, he has proven that he knows how to create major events that attract attention from the entire boxing world.
He's going to hit you everywhere, and you're a naturally smaller guy. It could start to take effect It's a fight people are going to want to see. And if Canelo's not going to fight Benavidez and he's not going to fight Moreau, which we've obviously seen he's not, you'd rather end up seeing Canelo against a Crawford for like some kind of super fantasy fight, rather than Canelo against, I don't know, the guy who's going to deliver my pizza later.
His latest comments suggest he is still interested in making the Canelo fight happen, even after earlier saying he would focus on other big opportunities for Crawford. Instead, it is worth noting that Crawford's win over Madrimov was more than just another victory. It was a clear statement the Uzbek fighter was no easy opponent, and Crawford's dominant performance sent a strong message to anyone questioning his versatility. That victory also brought new life to talks about his next move with Canelo's name once again being mentioned, often by fans and experts alike.
And like, I respect Crawford. He's a great fighter, and like he say, they talking about the fight with Germonta, right? I think he say, nobody's gonna give me credit if I beat him. It's the same thing. You know, it's the same thing. I think it's...
On the other hand, Canelo's fight against Munguia received mixed reactions. While it was another successful defense of his title, some critics felt the bout did not deliver the level of excitement usually expected from a Canelo main event. This has increased anticipation for his next fight, as fans are eager to see him face a truly strong opponent. Crawford, with his skill and recent achievements, fits that role perfectly. The possible matchup also raises important questions about strategy. How would Crawford adjust to fighting at 168 pounds? Would his speed and accuracy be enough to handle Canelo's power and experience at that weight? And for Canelo, would facing someone as skilled and relentless as Crawford push him to change his usual fighting style?
147, I know he's a great man. Crawford is a great man and a great warrior. But you come from 147 to put on a better fight than Charlo. I mean, I don't even know what that means. I don't know if that means that Crawford is so great and he can do that, or that means that Charlo set the bar so damn low that anybody could do better than Charlo did.
Those are questions that Crawford himself once found difficult to answer. Terence Crawford even appeared uninterested in chasing a fight at 168 pounds, especially against Canelo Alvarez. Speaking to Sporting News before his famous fight with Errol Spence Jr., Crawford made his position clear, saying, "I ain't going up there." This left fans unsure if such a matchup would ever take place, yet here we are with the fight now confirmed. Crawford has changed his stance, turning what once seemed unlikely into his biggest motivation in recent months. His desire to face Canelo has only increased.
He's made it clear. Do fights like that help your legacy, or do you feel like that's something that's not worth it to you?
Everything in my career, every fight make my legacy different and better. No, Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He's a good fighter, but you know, like I say, he's a weight class.
On the Porterway podcast, he explained how much this fight truly means to him. He said, "Honestly, the Canelo fight was my motivation." He admitted that starting at lightweight and moving all the way up to super middleweight without any catch weight is a huge challenge, even for a fighter as successful as him. But he believes the challenge is what makes it exciting. He said it would be unbelievable for someone who began at 135 pounds to move up to 168 pounds with no catch weight and try to dethrone Canelo Alvarez. He added that Canelo also has that thought in mind, knowing how high the stakes are for both fighters. Crawford understands that moving up in weight is not easy, but he has already made history by becoming a champion in 4 different weight classes, and now he is aiming to achieve something no one has ever done before.
Crawford to call you out at 68, say that he can beat you at this weight?
No, you know, everybody wants to fight with me, so it's fine.
That being a biggest fight possible in boxing, is that something you'd actually be interested in?
You know, it's crazy when you ask him about that, because you say, your matchup is coming out of the other weight classes, and he's welterweight. So, don't make sense.
Still, Crawford remains grounded. He says it's something people talk about like retirement, but for now he is focused on what he is doing right now. He also mentioned that Canelo still has a fight coming up, so he does not want to make everything about him and Canelo. Crawford has always shown a respectful attitude toward his opponent. On the other hand, Canelo has been less excited about the matchup. The Mexican star has openly said the fight brings him little benefit. He explained that if he faces a welterweight at 168 pounds, he has everything to lose and nothing to gain, because even if he wins, people will say the opponent was too small. Canelo's hesitation is understandable, because the pressure is high for him as well. Losing to a fighter who moved up multiple weight classes would be a major setback for his reputation.
About me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
Canelo still refused to back down, but Crawford has shown again and again that he is not stepping away from the challenge. His recent win over Israel Madrimov to claim the WBA world title at super welterweight brought him one step closer to this historic showdown. Even then, Canelo was not impressed. Speaking to Fight Hype, he questioned Crawford's performance, saying he knows why there are weight classes, and added that while Crawford can make A good fight he felt he may have lost or drawn the bout. Crawford quickly responded to those comments on the Porterway podcast. He reminded fans of Canelo's own struggles when moving up in weight, saying people talk about him moving up and having a hard time, but Canelo himself also moved up and lost. That is the difference. Crawford says he moved up and won while Canelo moved up and lost, so the comparison should not be ignored. This sharp exchange shows the intensity behind the matchup. Canelo's loss to Dimitri Bivol at light heavyweight is still fresh in fans' minds, where Bivol outboxed him over 12 rounds and exposed weaknesses against bigger opponents. Although Canelo did earn a win at 175 pounds against Sergey Kovalev, his record at higher weights is not perfect. Crawford sees this as proof that he is ready for challenges just as big as Canelo, if not bigger.
People say, well, Terence Crawford wants to fight Canelo Alvarez to prove he's the best. Me personally, I think it's just a cash grab. And he's just trying to get as much money as he can.
The argument gains even more weight when you look at Canelo's recent opponent choices. Just a few fights ago, he faced Jermall Charlo, a former undisputed champion at super welterweight. If Canelo was willing to fight Charlo, then why not Crawford? Both fighters have already proven themselves in the ring and continue to chase greatness. Fans see this potential matchup as a natural step up, a true clash between the very best. For Crawford, this is not just about titles or records, it is about making history. Moving up to 168 pounds and defeating Canelo would secure his place among the greatest fighters of all time. The challenge is huge, but Crawford's confidence remains strong. He understands the risks, but also believes the reward makes it worth it. That is what makes this fight so special. It is more than just another boxing match, it is a moment that could change the sport.
They sparred over a decade ago. No one's been a bigger Terence Crawford believer than Tim Bradley.
Right.
And so Tim still picks Terence to beat Boots, still picks Terence to beat Canelo.
Canelo, on the other hand, has always focused on his legacy. He has fought top opponents and proven himself many times. But this fight with Crawford is different. It is not just about adding another win to his record, it is about defending his position at the top of boxing. The pressure is high, and the stakes are even higher. Fans are eager to see how he responds to this moment. It is the kind of matchup that does not happen often. A clash between two legends at their peak. Both fighters have everything to gain and everything to lose, and that is what makes it so exciting. Fans are already debating the outcome, studying every detail, and trying to predict what will happen once they step into the ring.
Terence Crawford has a chance against Canelo Alvarez at 168.
I think he has a chance against either one of those guys. The weight, though, is a serious thing. And one of the reasons why Canelo is so successful is he's got such a good chin.
Crawford's journey to this moment has been truly remarkable. Starting at 135 pounds and moving up through multiple weight divisions, he has taken on every challenge directly. Now at 37 years old, he is ready for the biggest test of his career. For Canelo, this fight is a chance to shut down his critics and prove once again that he is the best fighter of his era as the boxing world prepares for this huge showdown. One thing is clear, this is more than just a fight between two champions, it is a true test of will, skill, and determination.